this point I have always given it a thought, strikers are there, they score goals, they get to celebrate and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I always like to, be behind the team and to contribute it in my way, in my skills and stuff. That was the time where it actually clicked that, oh, okay, this thing can be serious. I can excel in this sports, or, I can do something, I can contribute something to this. I try to pick the USPs of the different type of goalkeepers, and I try to implement in changing those, and, putting those in me, in my game, in my skills. It's just like, after experiencing that, after having that taste, your motivation, it comes from inside. Okay, now one day I have to be there,
Yes,
I have
exactly.
to reach that position where, you can get all these things, you can experience and enjoy all these things.
So, welcome everyone to another exciting episode of our podcast. Today, we have a special guest with us, Harsh Patil, a talented goalkeeper and who has quite made a mark in Indian football. From his early days at OLPS High School to impressive stints at Kenkre, Sreenidi Deccan, and FC Bengaluru United, Harsh's dedication and resilience has been one to notice. And without any further ado, let's dive into it. Harsh Patil, welcome to this podcast. Some few words that you would like to say.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me on this podcast and giving this platform to share my experiences till now, whatever experiences I had in my career, and to share with you guys and to share with you, and have a beautiful day ahead. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah. So welcome once again. Just before starting off, first question: how did you get into football? Means what was the motivation behind it?
Yeah. So basically, there is a very funny story behind this. How I got into football. So I was a sprinter when I used to run 100 meters and 200 meters race in my first grade.
Yeah.
And that time I came to know, oh, there's a football team of my school, and those who were part of those football team were given a different recognition
Hmm.
in your class, in your friend circle and stuff. So I was like, okay, I also want to get into the team and know how it is. That
Yeah.
time I had zero idea about what is this game is about, how it is played and
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, few of my friends recommended it to, go and speak with the football coach. But sadly, that time the team was already done. The selections were
Hmm.
done. So a sports teacher gave me a target. Okay, in second grade, if you come up with a one gold medal, I
Yeah.
can adjust you in the school team.
Yeah.
I'll ask you to join the school team. So
Hmm.
that was my whole goal that time, to to
Yeah.
at least get one gold medal in the next sports day, and which apparently I got. And then I came back, told my parents that okay, now I have to go join football,
Yeah.
and we bought all the equipments, all the footballing kit and stuff. And when I went on that first particular day, because of my height, as compared to the all other players,
Yeah.
the football coach was like, Harsh, okay, you do one thing, which position you play? I was like, position? What does this mean? Like that type of
Yeah.
situation I was in. He's like, okay, your height is good. You do one thing, you go and stand in the goalpost. So, so since then till now, that is the whole and sole responsibility which I have, accommodated to, of
Yeah.
saving the goal.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you had not been a goalkeeper, which position would you have liked?
Uh, I think whenever I give this a thought, where what if, I would have known all the
Hmm.
positions and stuff, but I think I would have gone with this position itself, because, the responsibility it comes with
Yeah. Hmm.
goalkeeping. So, I really enjoy that. I really enjoy, having that adrenaline, and, uh, to push the team from behind, to
Hmm.
support them, to guide them,
Yeah.
this point I have always given it a thought, strikers are there, they score goals, they get to celebrate and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I always like to, be behind the team and to contribute it in my way, in my skills and stuff. So I don't think I would be in any different position rather than being a goalkeeper.
Yeah. And just to ask you, can you tell us about your journey from OLPS high school to becoming a professional goalkeeper?
Yeah. So as you said, playing in school days was just, representing school and going out and, having fun,
Yeah.
playing in a beautiful ground which our school has,
Hmm.
enjoying those rainy days.
Yeah.
And then in my early days, I think I remember in my third or fourth standard, I had joined a training in RCF.
Hmm.
So there was this local club. So that was the first time I was exposed to a proper professional, not professional, you can say, but actual what, what a football coaching is
Yeah. Hmm.
tactically and, fitness wise and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where I started enjoying it more.
Hmm.
And then after my 10th, when I joined my college, I started playing for the district levels. I started playing, district tournaments with my college.
Hmm.
Uh, and that was the time where Mumbai FC under 18 scouted me. I had a chance to represent them in the under 18 I League. That was the time where it actually clicked that, oh, okay, this thing can be serious. I can,
Hmm.
I can excel in this sports, or, I can do something. I can contribute something to this.
Yeah.
And yeah, at the end of the day, it's always, what are you enjoying and, how much fun you are having it.
Exactly. Hmm.
So I think that point I would say where I had decided where, okay, now let's give it a try. And, I want to play professionally.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's what. Yeah. And in my academics too, after my 10th results were out, many of my teachers, many of my gurus were saying me, you just close your eyes and you go into science stream and, take up engineering, you can, crack it and stuff like that. So basically my approach about anything is like what you can say is, I research a lot about things. That's
Yeah.
what my
Hmm.
parents have taught me. So I've spoke to a couple of my seniors who are in the science stream, who are doing engineering,
Yeah.
asking them, how it goes and stuff like that. So the only answer I used to get back from them was like, Harsh, see, we have seen you the whole school life. You have been an athlete. You have been, participating in the extracurricular activities.
Hmm.
If you join science, you will have very less time to do
Exactly.
all
Hmm.
these things.
Hmm.
So that time I had not decided that, okay, I want to play professionally, but I was little hesitant that, okay, if I join science, maybe, I could not get that time to play football, to go to coaching and stuff like
Yeah.
that. That's when I came up with, okay, let's go and take commerce. My parents are also from commerce background. And
Yeah.
after getting into college, that point also came to my advantage. Being in such a stream, I can divert myself into a profession where your time and efforts are required
Yes. Exactly.
by managing your academics, and you can do these things. So yeah, that
And
Mumbai FC under 18 thing was you can say as a point where I choose, okay, let's have a shot at it.
yeah. And what was your experience like training with the senior Delhi Dynamos ISL team for a month?
Okay, so that was a very much, unexpected call which I had received. So I still remember, so we used to go to all the Delhi Dynamos home games and stuff where
Yes.
we used to play in, when the team used to play in Delhi.
Hmm.
So I remember that, I had gone for that game, and Albino Gomes was the first choice goalkeeper in Delhi Dynamos that time. And if I'm not wrong, Delhi Dynamos was playing FC Goa that day.
Sure. Hmm.
And in the match itself, something happened to Albino. He injured himself, and we were also in a shock. Arey,
Hmm.
goalkeeper of such a status,
Yeah.
has
Hmm.
injured, and there's a replacement goalkeeper coming up and stuff. I don't remember the result exactly of that match, but while I was going back to my place, when I was
Hmm.
going back to the place where we used to stay, so I get a call from the assistant coach of the senior team,
Yeah.
saying ki Harsh, if you have watched the match or if you have come to the stadium to see, you saw one of our goalkeepers getting injured.
Hmm.
And so basically they require 3 to 4 goalkeepers in their training because of how the
Yeah.
training pattern goes.
Hmm.
So that time he was like, he asked me, okay, Harsh, you have to join the senior team training right away from tomorrow.
Hmm.
He's like, tomorrow we'll have a game
Hmm.
against a particular team or a particular local team. So, but
Yeah.
we would like you to come down and see how is the environment because I think you have to be there for some while.
Hmm.
So I still remember I was waiting for the bus at the bus stop and I was getting that call. I was like, oh shit. That night I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
Seriously, I couldn't sleep. But the experience after joining the senior team uh, was just like a dream. You're
Yeah.
watching those players playing
Hmm.
on the TV. You're going in the stadium and watching those senior teams, senior players playing in the senior team.
Yeah.
And suddenly one day you are there in between the training and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a gap that I won't
Hmm.
deny. There was a quality gap. There was very much gap because that time I was under 18s and directly
Yeah.
going into that setup. First few days were a little challenging,
Hmm.
but there were teammates who were there, always supporting that no Harsh, you can do it. We know, like they used to push me that no,
Yes.
you are in the setup now, you have to push yourself, and that's where I got into going when okay, like I made a very good friends. Albino
Hmm.
Gomes was there. He used
Yeah.
to support a lot. There was a foreign goalkeeper coach who used to give some extra time to me. He used to, after training also he used to come and sit with me. He used to talk with me about the things where I need to improve or,
Hmm.
where there are points where, these things needs to be worked on and, these things were good.
Hmm.
So yeah, so basically the whole experience was fantastic. I was there for a month or so,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just like after experiencing that, after having that taste, your motivation, it comes from inside. Okay, now one day I have to be there.
Yes.
I have
Exactly.
to reach that position where you can get all these things, you can experience and enjoy all these things.
Yeah. And Harsh, just to ask you that you have played for Mumbai Kenkre, you have represented Sreenidi Deccan also, you have played with Bengaluru United FC. So how would you describe you know, uh, these kind of experiences for you?
Yeah. So if we start with Sreenidi Deccan,
Hmm.
it was my first I-League experience in a very professional team, I would say.
Hmm.
The way they have set up, the way they know what their goal is, and the way everything, the facility, the training ground, the accommodation of the players and stuff, that was very, very, what you can say, very high standard
Hmm.
to what the other I-League clubs are.
Hmm.
Being there 2 years, playing under the best coaches,
Hmm.
getting their experiences, uh, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. I could feel that yeah, I am improving every day, even
Hmm.
if it is 1% or 0.5%. Uh, so it is there
Hmm.
because in Sreenidi we had a goalkeeping coach who comes from a club, Benfica, who has worked with the
Yeah.
Benfica, team, who has
Hmm.
worked with the Benfica senior team.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, getting all those informations and getting to know like why we as a Indians we are behind the Europeans,
Yeah.
getting that
Hmm.
1% extra knowledge and trying to execute it
Yeah.
was something. It was really great.
Yeah.
It was
Hmm.
a great, and there was a icing on the cake where at the end of my contract on the last game day in the second season,
Hmm.
I got to debut against Gokulam Kerala in their stadium. So that was a very, very learning experience, I would say, in Sreenidi. Same goes with the other two clubs. Bangalore United are also very professional with their setups.
Yes. Hmm.
Uh, they know, how the team wants to go forward,
Hmm.
how they want to do with the seasons, how they want to, go and play and stuff. So till now, whichever club I have represented, I have been through a different phase, and I've been through different setups where, each club's goals and targets are different. So you have to accommodate, according to those goals, and you have to accommodate yourself according to what the team needs.
Yes.
So that was a brilliant experience, I would say,
Yeah. And
in all these clubs.
coming back to goalkeeping, so as you mentioned that you were selected on the first day itself that you would be a goalkeeper because of your height. So
Yeah,
since then you have must be practicing about goalkeeping throughout. You must be going through different videos also because there are several goalkeepers out in the world, top class goalkeepers that you would be
yeah,
referring to.
yeah.
So would you name any one goalkeeper that you feel like you want to become like him?
So when I started watching football and when I
Hmm.
started watching international games and stuff, the goalkeeper which straight away came to my mind was Gianluigi Buffon
Hmm.
when I started watching his games.
Top
So
class.
kinda he became my idol.
Hmm.
Yeah, he have retired a couple of years back.
Hmm.
But as you said, yeah, there are many goalkeepers whom I look to,
Hmm.
but currently I can't name one single goalkeeper which I want to be because for me, it's like what I can take the best out of from everyone. So,
Hmm.
for example,
Yes.
from XYZ goalkeeper, okay, his reflexes are good. Then what is he training about? How his training schedule is, or does he works on the reflexes part, some specific drills and
Hmm.
stuff? Okay, then I'll learn this thing from him. Okay, this keeper's distribution is too good. Then I need to work what he's working on. So
Definitely.
basically, I try to pick the USPs of the different type of goalkeepers and I try to implement in changing those and putting those in me in my game in my skills like
Yeah.
that.
And just out of curiosity, because I can see Subrata Paul sir jersey behind.
Yeah.
So can
Yes,
you
yes, yes.
give a history about that?
Yeah. So there is a player called Pratik Chaudhary, who
Hmm.
is from Chembur, and who was there with me, who was there in the Delhi Dynamo senior team.
Yeah. Hmm.
And that phase, he had helped me a lot when I had joined the senior team, to cope up with the pace and stuff.
Hmm.
So we had grown very close, and I can call him a friend.
Hmm.
So when he was a part of the Jamshedpur team, that
Hmm.
time he had brought me Subrata Paul's jersey, autograph jersey,
Yeah.
for my as a birthday gift for me.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's it. Having India's Spider-Man's
Yeah. Exactly.
jersey right in front of my room is a great thing.
Yeah. And just to mention, what kind of training do you do for goalkeeping? Because there must be things or aspects in your goalkeeping that must be at top level. There must be some aspects that are still yet to be developed. So how do you train and cope up with the same?
So basically, whenever I am with any club, so there are goalkeeper coaches around. There are goalkeeper coaches whom I worked with during my
Hmm.
off-season days, or but majority of time being with a club. So every club, like I said, has its own philosophy that how we want this team to play. Every coach has its philosophy. So the goalkeeper coach, he tells us, okay, the coach wants to play from behind. He wants to start the game, built up from the back and stuff. Then we need to work on this particular phase of the game.
Hmm.
So these are very, what you can say, uh, small things in this position where we need to take care of uh, that might be, dealing with some tactical situations while defending or, while the opponents are attacking and stuff. We also need to analyze the forwards, the wingers, and the opponent players. Okay, this guy is a righty, but he also tends to shoot from his left.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
what is the chance where our position should be? So basically, we go through all this information that will help us when we go and play that match, basically.
Hmm.
So the how this weeks goes, like every week or every 1.5 week, if we are playing, so we know, okay, next opponent is this, those players, the team has these players, and most probably you also know that, okay, this would be the 11 who's going to play, or these are their best players. So is he a lefty? Is he a righty? Okay, then it we get into all those tactical what do you say information
Hmm.
which can help us when we go out there and we can play.
Hmm.
The only part where you said that we have to work on ourselves is the off season and the preseason we get, because the matches are and all are there,
Hmm.
but that is the time where, okay, I can speak with the goalkeeper coach saying, I need to sharpen my this skills.
Hmm.
I need to work more on my reflexes, because I think that, yeah, my reflexes are good, but now I need to take it to a next level. Then these are the things where we can ask the goalkeeper coach, or specifically I speak to the goalkeeper coaches that, I get their feedback. They say, yeah, okay, this thing is good. Okay, and then the next question from me is, okay, now how I can get it better.
Yeah.
So that is every time my target is that, okay, we can do this thing. We have reached at this level. Now how we can take this up. So yeah, so that's how vigorous training is there for goalkeepers. That's not a doubt.
Yeah, and as you mentioned that of course physical training is part of a goalkeeper's routine. It's necessary. But apart from physical training, mental training, because you are the last man of defense, and any mistake
Yeah,
and the finger points at you, the goalkeeper. So how do you
yeah,
deal with the
yeah.
mental pressure, and if you have faced any setback in that kind of situation, can you share it with us and how you dealt with it?
So basically, for me, how much preference or how much importance I give to the physical aspect of the game.
Hmm.
Equally, I work on my psychological part of the game.
Hmm.
So I like to read, sports, not you can say autobiographies, but sports insights where they talk about your psychological part,
Hmm.
where they tell you or they give you experiences how you can, grasp more information and still stay calm so that, your performance doesn't get affected.
Hmm.
So yeah, I do that. Then I have a specific routine. What you can say, I do a bit of meditation and stuff to keep myself calm, to have a clear thought. Because basically when you play, when you are training, for example,
Hmm.
you're consuming a lot of information.
Yes. Hmm.
Okay, this needs to be done. This needs to be done. And when you go out there and you have to play, you have to, when it's the time, you have to do those things.
Hmm.
If your mind is not clear or if your mind is not calm at that time, maybe you know that, okay, I need to do this,
Yes.
but
Hmm.
because of there is clutter in your mind, or, there are some thoughts running around, you're not able to execute it
Yes. Exactly.
at
Hmm.
your potential. So
Hmm.
that's why, yeah, I do want to start reading more books. That's what my dad has been telling me a lot, because he loves reading books. In his free time, whenever I see my dad, he's just with some or the other book. So I need to catch up with him with that. But yeah, I like to read a lot on the physical aspect, or sorry, on the psychological aspect. Uh, I take inspiration from many players, not only regarding sports, not only
Hmm.
regarding football, but other than football, there are many athletes. The most particularly, if you have heard the Mamba mentality, I have been a big fan of it.
Hmm.
So there are all these things which I follow to, to have a calm mind. So to be in the present and have a clear thought that, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that.
Hmm.
So yeah, meditation works, and there are some mind games which you can do, which are easily available online or stuff like that. So I try to do those things, because for me, as I
Yeah.
said, as important as a physical aspect is in football, it's all mental here.
Yes.
It's like that. Because if I can convince my mind that I
Hmm.
can do this, then my physical body will follow it over there. That's what I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah. So, and talking about the challenges, because you have mentioned in the thing you shared to me, the text you shared, you mentioned that you had the surgery during COVID-19. So, how
Yeah,
did you deal with that? Because any injury is a setback to any athlete, not just in
any
football,
athlete.
but
Yeah,
in any sport. So, how did
yeah,
you
yeah.
deal with that?
So this might come as a surprise, but for me, uh, going through that patch was a blessing in disguise. That's what I say when anyone asks about me for regarding the surgery and stuff.
Hmm.
Because I couldn't have asked for a better time for that injury to come up, for that surgery to take place. Because as you know, it was COVID. The
Yeah.
leagues
Hmm.
were shut down. So I was playing in Lonestar Kashmir that season in the second division I League, and suddenly this virus and all situation came up. We have to fly back home,
Yeah. Hmm.
and our club couldn't make it into the last, into the last round. It couldn't
Yeah. Hmm.
qualify. So that time I was at my home. I was training and stuff, and suddenly when this injury happened, I was training individually,
Sure.
and this happened. And then after consulting to a lot of physios and stuff, we came up with this idea that we need to intervene with a surgery and stuff. So we got it done. Uh, with one of the best doctors, with the best one of the best knee surgeons
Hmm.
in the whole country, you can say.
Hmm.
And apparently, you have to wait couple of months to get that surgeon's appointment.
Yeah.
Okay, leave apart the surgery part. For surgery, people are waiting for 1.5, 2 months, 3 months. But because of this all COVID situation going on,
Hmm.
people were scared to go to hospitals and
Agree.
to have
Agree.
surgeries and at least to visit a doctor.
Yeah.
So everything happened very fast where, appointments were there. We went to the doctor, we showed, he's like, okay, we need to get this done. And within a week, I'm on the surgery bed and, doing all those. So I was kind of nervous that time, but even I knew that, okay, I have to go through this because the day I accepted I want to be a sports person, this comes with it.
Exactly. Hmm.
If you want to go and enjoy the highs, you have to go and face the lows and whatever it is. It's a part and parcel of this game, of any sport rather. So I was like, okay, I was very positive that time. Okay, ठीक है, हो जाएगा, problem नहीं है. But I would say this that when did it hit me when I was there on the surgery bed when they gave me anesthesia and stuff. That time it was like, oh fuck, now they are going to my surgery is going to happen, and I was thinking, okay, that will happen, surgery will happen, but now is the time where I am facing this thing.
Yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, but there are perks of being a sports person when you go through a knee surgery because the rehabilitation part is a complete different from a normal person. So you can say right after I got off my surgery, during the midday or something, and in the evening itself, my rehabilitation was started by the
Sure.
physios, by the doctors.
Yeah.
So that part, I think, is a plus point of being a sports person is that, okay, you're going to take time to recover, but you know that, okay, you will be there
Hmm.
that time. So that time was more of a, rather than being in a physical challenge, it was more up here that time. I had to keep my mind positive that, okay, I know it's going to take some time. I have to be away from the game for so long. And
Yeah.
that would be first time I would be not touching a football or, not going out there on the field
Exactly.
and have to, confine to a specific routine and stuff for couple of months. So yeah, it was very challenging. I think I also had a breakdown once I came back home from surgery. But yeah, I did embrace it. I like, okay, I have to fight. I have to, face this situation. I spoke to many of my seniors or many people who are in this sports industry. Uh, couple of my friends have done, their degrees and stuff in
Yeah.
sports psychology and stuff. So
Hmm.
I started speaking with them, started spending some more time with my families. I used to call over my friends, okay, let's do this today, let's do. So it's like I was always trying to find a way or so to keep my, my mental level at a peace so that
Yeah.
it doesn't hampers my,
Perform.
recovery or
Hmm.
anything like that. Yeah.
And talking about, you also mentioned that for game time, you left I League and you went to a lower division in order to get that required game time. So how was that challenge? Because once you are in I League, you think that you will be um, performing in that condition only. But once you go to the lower division, so how was that challenge and how did you deal with that?
So as you said, as I also mentioned before that, working with a coach who has experience about, training Champions League goalkeepers.
Yeah. Hmm.
So that was a really a good deal for me.
Hmm.
I used to learn. I used to get to learn very, 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 minute things.
Hmm.
So the whole deal was when I played my last game of the season against Gokulam Kerala.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, we lost that game by 1-0. That time I got that taste of,
Yeah.
how uh, it feels like to be at this level and play. And for a player like my profile, no, it is very necessary for me to play games and have more game times under my belt because it's, for example, if you can come up with another this thing, it's like you are just studying for an exam, but you're not, appearing for the exam. So you don't know how your studies have went, how much, improvement in your studies you want to do.
Hmm.
So basically, I was focusing on learning a lot when I was there at Sreenidi for 2 years. My whole and sole focus was there to, to consume each and every small information from the goalkeeping coach, from your teammates, from your seniors, from everyone, from your coach. And I thought that it was the right time for me to step down in a lower division and get some more game time in under my belt, and where I can be more mature as a player. I
Hmm.
can be more satisfied and with more confidence I can come back into the I League, and I can help the
Yeah.
club and start being a regular choice goalkeeper
Hmm.
rather than being a second or third option. So that was the whole thought process behind stepping down a league and getting opportunities and getting some game time experience, because at the end of the day, for a football player, if you want to sign for any club or
Yeah.
any team, the first question is like, how many games have you played last season? How many
Exactly.
games in this competition you have played? So because a player can develop himself, a
Hmm.
player can, he gets mold only because of the amount of matches he has played. Because in training, there is a different type of mentality, and in match, there is a different type of mentality. In
Exactly.
training, you're facing 10 balls, you're facing 100 balls of a same type.
Yeah. Hmm.
But it only matters when in that match, if that type of ball comes once, you
Hmm.
know how to deal with it. That's
Exactly.
it.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that was the whole idea. And I think until now it has worked pretty well in my favor, because I have been getting those, what you can say, uh, those results of what I wanted to be, of what I want to shape my career as, how I want to look, how my career I want to, shape it in the future and stuff. So yeah, that was a very, very good decision looking back at it.
So coming now from the challenges part, we'll talking about the family support. So how would you describe that? Because you have already mentioned that your dad was himself indulged in sports. So how
Yeah.
would you describe your family support towards you?
So family, I think it was a never an issue.
Hmm.
of them supporting me of whatever I wanted to do. As you also mentioned, my dad being a cricketer
Hmm.
back at his days, where he has played against the likes of Vinod Kambli, Sachin Tendulkar in his school times. So he knows what it takes to be a sports person in their life. So right from my school days, for me, there were no restrictions of going out to play, even during my exams. Okay, if
Yeah.
the exams are starting tomorrow, still today I'll go. I'll have my, I'll play with my friends down in the society, in the colony for 1.5, 2 hours. I'll come back. So for them, it was always like you should have some extracurricular activities, some physical activities other than your studies and stuff.
Hmm.
So, and when I did come up with, I do want to take football seriously. When the stage came where after my 10th results were out, we have to decide which stream we want to go
Hmm.
in. I convinced them that you both being in commerce background, it would be good for me also if I get into commerce and stuff.
Yeah.
But in back of the mind, I knew, okay, I'm doing this only for I wanted to play football.
Yeah.
But parents, they did understand that, yeah, his interest is there and he's saying that, he can balance both of the things together. Then that was never a doubt from them towards me that, okay, Harsh won't do this or Harsh won't do that. Because I have been juggling a lot of things from my childhood. For example, so I also play this tabla instrument.
Acha.
So my parents had started tabla classes when I was in junior standard.
Acha.
So that time, the tabla's height and my height was same, basically. Since
Yeah.
that time, I've been playing. Then I used to go for this abacus mathematics class in my school. I was there in the school band. I was there in the school team. Then I used to perform in the cultural events in school. So it was like apart from studies, there were many other things my parent invested. They told me, no, you have to do this, and I used to enjoy a lot that because I know now I might not be playing tabla, I might not be playing any other instrument, but I know that something or the other is helping me out. So parents played a big role in shaping me and of me allowing me to have the career of my choice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. Till now, after every game, after every friendly game, or be it an official game or anything, we'll have a chat over a call, or just have a chat, or we'll have a quick call. Then dad will ask, mom will ask, how was the game? Okay, then how did you concede this goal? Why did this happen? Okay, how did you do this and all that stuff? So, they might not be a great, tactically or all those information wise,
Yeah.
but still they will be there, to push me
Yeah.
to push me in such a situation where I also can understand, okay, I know my potential is more than this. I need to do this
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So it's like there are my what you can say, the first fans or the first support system of my football thing.
Yeah. And so talking about Santosh Trophy, you also mentioned that you were being called up for the Maharashtra state team. So how would you describe that experience and Santosh Trophy in general?
So as I said that once you start playing games,
Hmm.
there are there are coaches, there are staff. Like for example, start to having a recognition. You
Yeah.
get your recognition for what you're doing out there. So that was my whole goal, to
Hmm.
step down, to come into limelight, because the footballing circle should know that, okay, Harsh Patil, there's a player known Harsh Patil who is this tall, or who is a goalkeeper and stuff. So I went to FC Bangalore United. I played the Bangalore division. Then I shifted my base to Kenkre. I came back to Mumbai, signed them for second division. We had some games before that Santos Trophy break, and I got a call from the head coach of the Maharashtra Santos Trophy team
Yeah.
saying, we have been watching your matches and, we would like you to come and join our team for the final rounds.
Yeah.
The team was already played their initial matches in, I think, October or November. And
Acha.
though they had qualified for the final round, which was supposed to take in Arunachal Pradesh. So I was like, okay, so these are the points basically where okay, what you're doing is right.
Yeah. Hmm.
Rather than staying at an I League. Okay, everyone wants to have that exposure.
Hmm.
Everyone wants to have that this thing in their mind. Okay, I'm playing I League. I'm playing in such a team at this
Yeah.
level. It's the second tier in the Indian football. It's what something you always dreamt of, or you are very respect. You have very respect towards that. But for me, I know that I want to sustain more
Hmm.
at the top level. For that, I have to come down, I have to play, I have to get that recognition. I need to, rather than recognition, I have to mature more as a footballer.
Exactly. Hmm.
So, yeah, that was it. Then, after getting that call, we had to join the camp the very next day of our last match for
Yeah.
the second division league where the break was. The camp was pretty good. The coach from the day one was saying that we have to qualify, for the semis and stuff because Maharashtra uh, in that Santosh Trophy, not in that Santosh Trophy basically, but in history also,
Yeah.
there have been we have not qualified for the
Yeah.
finals. We have not won it in the recent past. So that was the goal, and everything was very, very, very good. Like,
Yeah.
for me, not playing, just playing one single game in the whole 2 years in Sreenidi, and suddenly in couple of 7 to 6 months, I've been playing so many games, and got a call to represent your state
Great.
team
Hmm.
at a Santosh Trophy level, which is of the very, very good. And the Santosh Trophy experience was way too good. The broadcasting, the way they had organized the tournament, uh, the training wise, or the whole organization wise, it was too good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was there. I also got to play a game for Maharashtra,
Hmm.
which was a very pride moment for me. Which was I was proud of. Okay, I've been working hard. So playing for Santosh Trophy was not my goal. That okay, I want to go and represent Maharashtra.
Yeah. Hmm.
I was not actively working towards it, but it's like it's a force of nature that if you're doing such things, then such things happen in such a way that you are put into that position.
Exactly.
So
Hmm.
I was very happy for it to represent your state at such a
Exactly.
level
Hmm.
where the matches were live streamed on FIFA Plus. Where it's not only streaming in India, anyone across having access to the FIFA Plus account can go and watch the games and stuff. It was very, very surreal experience. And as I said, so this was one of the points which motivates more,
Yeah.
that okay,
Exactly.
now I need to do more. I have reached this now. Now I need to push more. That I need to push more, where I can push up myself and get to that level where I
Yeah.
want to be.
And talking about Santosh Trophy, yeah, we all know means it is one of the means most prestigious tournament,
Rest
not just in a state but whole country. Uh,
country.
Santosh Trophy, Durand Cup, these all cups. Now talking about keeping these topics aside, talking about Indian football, what do you think of that? Because recently the head coach was sacked. Then Sunil Chetri sir has also left the national team and the AIFF is in a turmoil. So, what do you think of that? What do you think of Indian football in general?
I think everything will get into uh, in a good way,
Hmm.
because I think when it comes to sports, or when it comes to a game like football,
Hmm.
uh, this is what I felt, that everything unites
Yeah.
when we are watching it. or when we are working towards it, or basically when you have that goal where,
Exactly.
we want to take this nation over here,
Yeah.
we want to be into, top 10 of the Asian countries.
Exactly.
So bringing back all these tournaments and giving them limelight. Now in couple of days, the Duran Cup will start,
Yeah. Exactly.
the IFA Shield. So all these are very prestigious tournaments.
Hmm.
And obviously there are very other thing. Your Subroto Cup is going to start again.
Exactly.
So, all this, I think, all these small things where we are working, uh, when the federation and when the associations are working for the players,
Yeah.
to have them, a maximum exposure,
Hmm.
uh, in various types of tournaments, in the various age groups, at various levels. I think we can progress a lot with having more games and more such type of experiences to the players.
Yeah.
Because at the end, it's all about games.
Exactly.
If we compare a European reserve team player or a European any sort of player, youth player, the
Yeah.
amount of matches he is going to play in a season is like twice, thrice,
Yeah.
maybe into 5 times more than what we play here in India. So
Exactly.
yeah, there is a gap. I won't deny it, because we have to accept what it is. There is a gap, but I think we steadily, slow and steadily, we will get up there. We will get up with all the information which is available right now, because of the modern, thing. The technology is helping us a lot of, so it's not that, okay, France is doing this thing, Germany is doing this thing, so we don't know about that information. It is there. It is
It is
there
there. Yeah.
online. It is there. Everyone knows. Then coaches and staffs are also coming to India to help the clubs,
Yeah.
to perform in a particular way, to bring their methodology.
Hmm.
So I think sooner or this thing we will be there,
Yeah.
and I hope that days comes really soon, and I'll be in the Indian team setup that time,
Yeah.
so I can contribute from my side as a player to the nation and basically the whole footballing community.
Yeah. And just as you mentioned that as soon as football grows, you want to be part of the Indian national team. So is that your main goal? Means you must be having a personal aspiration as well as, a collective aspiration. So what are those, your personal as well as collective aspirations as for now?
So yeah, that's why I would say I had started playing football.
Hmm.
So to have that Indian jersey on you to
Hmm.
represent our tricolor
Yeah.
at any given point.
Hmm.
So professionally and career wise, I could say that, okay, I am still far away from that. There is
Hmm.
still huge gap, but I know I can get up there. I know I have that potential. I know I have people around me who believe in me and who are ready to push me whenever it is required, and who are, helping me a lot with my games and stuffs and this and that. So yeah, that's the dream right now, which I really want to turn into a reality. And I know that it will happen soon. Even if it takes time, no problem. But I know it will happen. And on the other aspect too, I have also thought more about it, where me being a goalkeeper in my initial days when I started playing football,
Hmm.
having a goalkeeping specific training was not that easy for me.
Yeah.
I think when I had joined Mumbai FC, that time was my first experience where I had a goalkeeper coach.
Yeah.
Uh, just few months before that, when I was in my junior college,
Yeah.
that time also I had a goalkeeper coach. Like not for the every training session, but yeah, I used to get to train under him in once in a week or something like that. So that aspect also I want to work on, when where uh, I reach at a certain level where I want to contribute more to the fellow goalkeepers
Yeah.
who are trying to shape their future by setting up a goalkeeping academy, or helping out goalkeepers in any way possible it is,
Yeah.
from their physical side as well as the psychological side. because that's what I have done until now, and I know that it works. It works. If I'm saying
Okay.
it works, then I have experienced it a lot
Yeah.
because, for me, I can say is your physical attributes can have a certain limitations,
Exactly. Hmm.
but when it comes to psychological part, it has no like it has no restrictions. It doesn't has any boundaries, set boundaries. It's like if you can go this limit, you can easily push past your limits and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what my goal is to, to give something to this community, to this
Yeah.
footballing community in India, which has given everything to me, which has given my identity, which I know that, because of this, because of football, I'm surviving today.
Hmm.
It is my bread and butter. It has given me the happiness and it has given me hell lot of experiences, whether be it a good experience or a bad experience. So that's what I want to really give back, to the upcoming goalkeepers or, the players when I am in that capacity of helping others.
Yeah. So that was our final question. Before ending, we will have a short rapid fire. You can answer in just one word. So we will start that. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It will be 10
Yes.
questions.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah. So the first one, who is your favorite goalkeeper of all time? I know you have already mentioned, but you can just say it
Yeah.
once
It's
again.
it's Gianluigi Buffon.
And what's your go-to pre-match meal?
Uh, it might be very surprising, but I stick to veg for my
Acha.
pre-match meals. Yeah.
Which stadium has the best atmosphere you have played in?
Uh, right now, we can say the Gokulam Kerala's home ground where we had played the Super Cup.
Hmm.
Yeah, the crowd was buzzing.
Yeah. And what's your
Yeah.
favorite save you have ever made?
Ah, this is very difficult. Uh, we can say not in a particular, not one particular save, but in recent past, I can recall of my, performance against Dempo
Yeah.
away from home in second division I League,
Hmm.
where I had got the man of the match, which was my first man of the match of my professional career.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would point out that game in particular, I would say.
And how do you unwind after a tough match?
It takes time because physically we are drained, psychologically we are drained, but
Hmm.
I stick to my routine. I have a good meal. I try to sleep early, which it doesn't happen because the adrenaline rush is still there. But yeah, I try to get a sound sleep after a game.
What is the best piece of advice you have ever received?
That don't stop working, whether
And
be it a sunny day or a rainy day, just put in your work.
your favorite club internationally?
Internationally, I do follow a lot Premier League, so I would say Man City.
Yeah. Hmm. And just the final question. There are three more, but I'll just, this is the final one of the rapid fire. Messi or Ronaldo?
Okay. I would rather embrace both of them rather
Good,
than choosing one side.
good answer. And
Yeah.
as we all know that the Euros and the Copa America finals are today. So Spain or England, which one would you choose?
I think Spain has a more probability of winning it. Where
Hmm.
I've been a Premier League fan, I want England to win it also. But
Yeah.
I think Spain has some advantage over England.
And between
That's what I
Argentina
feel.
and Colombia?
Uh, I would like Colombia to win because the way they have played this whole tournament, I want Colombia to win. Yeah.
But I am quite a bit hurt by the last one. You want Colombia because I will be supporting Argentina. I'm a Messi fan.
Argentina.
So, uh, so,
So yeah, yeah.
so that is it from my side. It was a great show. It was a great interview. How did you feel about the same?
It was great showing, great talking with you regarding all the experiences and all the things,
Yeah,
I have seen in football and, there are more to come. I know this
yeah,
is like just one chapter of my footballing career right now. So yeah, it was a great thing, and I've been following your channel for a while now. I've been seeing all the work you have been doing to, to spread the awareness about the football in all the aspects, not only the player side, but the coaches side, and all those who are there in the management side as well. What are their goals, what are their thoughts. So
Hmm.
I think it's a very good opportunity, and it's a very good platform for everyone to come and share their experiences.
Yeah, thank you for the kind words. And before ending, I would just like to say that good luck on your future, and I would like to see you one day representing the Indian national team.
Yes, 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 definitely, definitely. That's the goal.
So that is it from our side. Bye bye. Thank you. Take care and hit the subscribe button.